This video was made possible by EA Game Changers, and I want to give a big thank you to EA for allowing me to participate in this event. If you guys like couples gaming channels, then click the link down below. We play Sims over there too, and we would love to see you there. Hey guys, it's Fantayzia, and welcome to my introduction video to my Get Famous Let's Play. So I'm super excited to do this. I decided to do an introduction video before part 1 of my Let's Play. So as you guys can see, there's no part number in this, so this is just the introduction video introducing the family to you guys. So then when we actually go into the Let's Play, when you guys see part 1, not long after this, it'll just go straight into gameplay and we can just play. Because usually I'll talk a lot in the beginning of an episode, which is okay because that's part 1 is always like a lot of jibber jabber. But this way, this kind of works out for all of you guys. So those of you guys who like listening to the rambly story and everything about the Sims, and you guys can sit back and watch this, and then part 1 will come shortly after and we can start playing with the characters. Or if you're someone who doesn't want to listen to all this rambling, then you can just head down to the description, read the story if you want to, then you know about the family, and then you can just go to part 1 of the Let's Play and go straight into gameplay. So yeah, whatever you want to do. So the Sim you're staring at right now is the main character, and she looks a little like Ariana Grande, but she's not, and that was unintentional. So it's funny because when I was watching the trailer in one of my videos, I was like, oh my gosh, I should create an Ariana Grande wannabe. But then I decided not to do that, and whatever. I still kind of want to place Ariana Grande down though in Del Sol Valley, because this girl here is very inspired by Ariana Grande, as you guys can see. But her facial features, I didn't even purposely because she has similar features to her. She doesn't look exactly like her. Certain things are similar. She has different eyes and stuff, but eye shape is similar, eyebrows are similar, just certain things, But it was unintentional. It's so funny. So this is Brinley, and as you guys can see, we have a family here, but there's going to be some changes. They're going to separate a little bit. So first we have Theo Brooks, which is the dad, and then we have Sienna Brooks. She's dancing. And yes, she does have some acne, if you guys are wondering. I never really see people give their Sims acne when they're adults, and I always wanted to do that because it's a struggle in real life. So many people deal with it, so I decided to give her some. Yeah, she's dealt with her skin issues her whole life, so yeah. Then of course we have Brinley Brooks, who you were just looking at. She's down here with her boyfriend. He's looking really sad. And then we have the teen brother, Darius Brooks. Oh, and then we have the cat, Shiloh. He's in the litter box, but he is adorable. So there we have the family. Now I'm going to talk about all of them. I'm going to show you guys all their traits and stuff like that. So we are also in an apartment in San Myshuno, but we are going to be moving to Del Sol Valley. Well, not the whole family, but we'll get into that. So this is why I really wanted to do an introduction video first, because I feel like I have so much to say and so many characters and just a lot going on. So yeah, first and foremost we have Theo, and the pain points, I'm so excited. Okay, so he loves the outdoors, he's family oriented, and he's lazy. So, and then he has home turf, and he's city native, so that's a little bit different. So there's that. And then I'm gonna go over more storytelling between the two, but I just want to tell you guys their traits and stuff like that. So he is super close to Brinley, but he not as close to Darius, which there's a reason. But Brinley is all about family and stuff and wants to make sure she's close with everyone. And then we have some Sims here that he's not close with. This guy I think is going to be his new future best friend because they got along so well. And I wanted to wait for the Let's Play to kind of grow the relationship, so we'll see. And then we have Sienna, which is his wife, of course, and they are perfect for each other, but not really. I'll explain that. Then we have the cat. Then we have Yang, which is Sienna's friend. And then we have Aya, I think is how you say it. I'm really not sure. So they were really good friends. And pretty much Sienna doesn't like her. So now Sienna doesn't want Theo around her. So they're going to probably drift. And then I think Kaysen's going to be his new best friend. So yeah, there's that about him. And then he is actually a critic. Or he's a food critic. So he just gets to try food all day. We actually have to get him the gourmet cooking skill and stuff, but there's that. He makes 164 an hour. He's doing pretty good for himself. We do have 21K, which is great. Okay, so then moving on to Sienna. So she actually does have a job, but she owns a vet clinic. So that's pretty cool. She hasn't made too much. She hasn't been owning it for too long. She recently was just able to buy it in Brindleton Bay, and she has some employees and stuff, and this is how much she's made, of course, and 19 reviews, so we want to get that up there. We definitely want to do that. So she has 2 employees. So yeah, a lot of times she'll just open that up and let her employees work for her. Yeah, but she does really love to go to work, and she's a huge cat lover and everything. So she is a cat lover. She's family oriented. She's neat, and then she's domestic because she is a super parent. She wants to be the greatest parent she could be. She really does. Even though it looks like she doesn't spend that much on her kids, that's just because this house came furnished, and you know. Oh, side note, we are in Plumbella's Save. So yeah. And then Darius, so his aspiration is best-selling author, and then his character values are doing pretty good. I mean, emotion control is a little iffy, but that's just because he has some like troubles going on. So he's creative, and he's a loner, and he's a muser because of the best-selling author. And yeah, he's a loner, you guys. We're gonna talk about that soon. But his parents get kind of concerned about that. So then we have our cat, which we can't click on. So, you know, there's the cat. And then we have the main character, of course, Brinley. So, she has no fame points at the moment, but she's excited to earn some. So she is vegetarian. She's self-absorbed, which is the new trait. And we're going to see about that. She kind of lets things get to her head sometimes. And then she's outgoing. And then she has the master actress, which I'm so excited to play with. So yeah, she must be a master actress. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, and then did I click on here? I don't know. So, you know, the mom is same kind of closeness with Darius as the dad, and then really close with Brinley. Her friend, this is like her best friend right here, Acantha. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're super close. They get along super well. Then, of course, we have her husband. We have the cat, which she loves to death. And then we have Yang, which is also her really good friend. And then this girl, you see, she don't like her, but he does. So that's a little problematic. And then we have Darius. So because he's a loner, he's actually not as close with his dad as we know, you know. There's some issues. But super close with Brinley. Oh my God, they're so close. You know, decently close with his mom, and he doesn't have any friends. So these are all teenagers, but he doesn't try to make any friends. He literally has no friends his age. So there's that. And then we have Brinley's relationship. So hers is the most exciting. Of course, she's the main character, and she's all about being outgoing and all of that. So her and her boyfriend are super close. You would think that they were perfect, but they're really not. So we'll get into that. There's a little, it's kind of unexpected, but you know, super close with her fam bam. And then she has her friends Dana, she has Tiffany, Nina, Joe Quinn, Candy, Dina, and then Sergio. So she has a lot of friends. She loves socializing. She loves going out and partying and all of that. Okay, so now getting into the story. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and basically my story is written out kind of weird, but we're just going to read it anyways. I always like write out stories, you know. So the first part of the story, this story is like put into different sections. I don't know. So we're just going to read off different sections, okay? I wasn't like writing it how I should write it, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Cause you know, whatever. So I'm going to like tell you guys about Sienna and Theo, which is the mom and dad. So obviously here is Sienna. So basically, I'm just going to read you guys here about their little story, and it'll explain some things. Sienna and Theo have been married ever since they were in their early 20s. They fell deeply in love so quickly and knew they were right for each other. Despite their differences, opposites attract, right? Sienna has always been put together, productive, focused on her vet clinic, and always being the best mom she can be. Theo, on the other hand, is very lazy. He hates his job, but he knows he has to do it. His ideal day would be lazing on the couch watching TV or playing video games. Cleaning is the absolute worst to him. And then his wife and him butt heads sometimes because of this. And one thing Sienna and Leo will always agree on is the importance of family. They both love and cherish their children so much. So, you know, as you know, Leo is lazy. So, or with Leo? Theo. He's lazy. And they butt heads over that because, like, you know, Sienna is very put together, as I just said, and she's always, like, gotten everything done. And he's just lazy. He's always watching TV. He doesn't want to go to work, but he knows he has to do it. He does a pretty good job at his work, but, you know, he'd prefer to not. And yeah, they do butt heads because of that. So they're not the perfect couple. They may seem like it because they love each other regardless, but they do have their issues. They do bicker quite often, but then they always make up. So the relationship does stay well, but it does suffer sometimes. And sometimes they can be mad at each other for a few days, you know? It's just how it works with them. I don't know if it would ever lead to something worse. And maybe if Theo got worse and worse with his laziness and like not doing anything, maybe Sienna will have enough. But at the moment, they work together, you know? It's kind of hard. They don't agree on some things, but they agree on the importance of family, and that's most important to them. So now we have Darius, and I love him. He's a teenager. He's getting a little bit of facial hair and he's about to do his homework, it looks like. He actually doesn't have any of the new Get Famous clothes on, but I do have to go into Creative Sim to show you guys all their outfits because some of them do have Get Famous stuff. But I didn't use any of the hair, which usually I would, but I made these Sims before Get Famous and I just fell in love with the hairs on them. It just like fit their personality so much. Okay, so basically I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys all about Darius, and yeah. Now moving on to Darius, the teenage son. He's 15 years old and is quite the loner. He doesn't have any friends in the city and he likes it that way. He spends most of his time in his bedroom on his computer writing stories. Darius is really creative and he likes being on his own so he can brainstorm. When he's around other people, he can't focus. Sienna and Theo worry about him. He's never socializing with other teens his age and they wonder if he'll ever bring a friend home or even a romantic interest. The only person Darius seems to want to talk to about stuff is his older sister, Brinley. So that is why him and his sister are so close. His sister seems to like get him. And then also he's really supportive of what his sister wants, even though it's total opposite of what he wants. You know, she wants to be the in the spotlight and everything. And he's just like a loner and he's like, nobody talk to me. Nobody look at me. Goodbye. So there's Darius. As you guys can see his bedroom, he literally has a basketball net in his bedroom because he just prefer to be in here and he's doing his homework. He writes some books and things like that. And yeah, also this is Brinley's room. Very her. Very, very her. So yeah, now I'm going to talk to you guys about Brinley. So she has the longest story because of course she is the main character. Okay, so lastly we have our main character, Brinley. She's 20 years old and has always dreamed of becoming an actress. She's the talented one in the family. She's pretty much great at everything, a natural born star. She has an amazing voice, she knows how to move on the dance floor, and her acting skills have been on point ever since she was a little girl. Brinley grew up singing as she danced around her bedroom, making up scripts to act out, and always wanting to have little concerts in her parents' driveway. She would ask all the neighbors to come watch. Brinley is still waiting for her moment. She doesn't have a job and refuses to let her dream fade away. She knows someone will notice her talent, and she's not going to give it up. Brinley's downfall is how self-absorbed she is. Being good at everything her whole life can kind of get in her head sometimes. She definitely loves attention, and her dad, Theo, doesn't like that. He doesn't get this whole wanting to become famous thing and thinks Brinley should just work with her mom at the vet clinic. Brinley's boyfriend, on the other hand, is so supportive of her. His name's Devante, and he thinks she's hot stuff. And he believes she's meant to be an actress. Brinley and Devante's relationship looks perfect, but in reality, it's all really confusing. They haven't been together long, and Devante was recently divorced. Brinley knows she's just a rebound, and Devante is still really hurting from his recent marriage. Brinley has a lot to get together, but she got a loan and is packing her stuff to move out to Del Sol Valley. Someone has to notice her talent there, right? So you guys, that is Brinley's story. Obviously, that is everyone's story. So, you know, you see how that took me like 15 minutes. I'm so glad we're doing this introduction episode. So obviously we're not going to be like playing in this episode. This is literally just the introduction. So in part 1, you guys, she's going to be moving to Del Sol Valley. She's not going to be living in this apartment anymore. She's packing up her stuff. She's actually in the process of doing that right now. You know, she had a lot more stuff in her room, not anymore. It's very clean at the moment, but her room's adorable. She's going to pack up probably a couple more things, and she is getting a loan, and that's how she's moving there because, as you guys just found out she doesn't have a job. So yeah, that's pretty much their story, and I'm so excited to kind of play and see what happens. And she's gonna be moving to somewhere, you know, that she knows nothing about, you know. So right now she's kind of like telling her boyfriend goodbye. She's like, you know, she's gonna see him, of course. She's gonna actually give him an apartment key, because why not? We're gonna try to cheer him up. He's a little sad, but yeah. So honestly, she's like his rebound, because he literally just got divorced recently. They haven't been together long, maybe like a month at the most. Their relationship has grown really strong really fast, but you see, because he's still hurting a lot from the relationship. He kind of like rejects her sometimes. It's been rough, and yeah, she's a little hurt right now. Aw, poor girl. But yeah, so I played with genetics with them, and then this came, and it kind of looks like Ariana Grande. And oh, that's the other thing. Her number one inspiration is Ariana Grande, like with her style and stuff like that. She looks up to her. She thinks she's such an inspiration. That's why I kind of want to place her down. Do you guys want me to place her down in Del Sol Valley? And then maybe she'll like get to meet her like biggest inspiration and like freak out. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to like do a bunch of stuff with her though, and like get her famous and like put up her singing skill, you know. Obviously she wants to be an actress, whereas Ariana Grande is a singer. She has done acting, but you know. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for this Let's Play coming. I'm gonna have part 1 up soon. She's feeling really embarrassed. I'm gonna have her head back home, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else oh yeah, there's skills. Okay, so there's one more thing I gotta tell you guys before I end this introduction video. She's looking really upset. So Brinley, as you guys know, she's good at everything. So she's at level 10 of charisma. She has 5 of baking, 1 comedy. She's not very funny. Well, she's gonna have to work on though, because she's gonna be an actor. She needs to be funny. She needs level 6 of cooking, or she has, what am I saying? Level 5 of dancing. She's maxed it out. She knows how to move. Level 7 of fitness. She has level 3 of gourmet cooking. Level 2 of parenting. She maxed out pet training, maxed out singing, and level 4 of video gaming. And then Theo over here watching his wow, you look really concentrated. So he has level 3 of bowling. He has level 5 of charisma. He has level 5 of comedy, 5 of cooking. He has level 4 of dancing, 6 of fitness, and he has level 8 of handiness. He's very handy, you guys. He has level 3 of mixology, level 1 painting, level 5 of parenting. He maxed out pet training, level 1 of singing, level 10 of video gaming, because you guys know he's just sitting at the TV all day, and then level 1 of writing. So then we have the best mother in the whole entire world, and she's a little cutie. She has level 8 of baking. She has level 4 charisma, level 1 comedy, 8 cooking, 1 dancing, almost level 2. She has level 4 of the fitness. She has 7 gourmet cooking. She has 4 logic, 10 parenting, 5. Well, these are all maxed out. So she's maxed out parenting, pet training, and the veterinarian skill. So that's pretty cool. She has level 1 of video gaming and 3 of writing. And last but not least, we have Darius, and he has level 5 of baking, level 1 of comedy. He has level 3 cooking, 1 dancing, 4 fitness. He has 1 mischief. Don't know how we got that. He has level 5 of painting just because he's creative. He prefers to write, but yeah, he's just a creative sim. He has level 3 of pet training, and he has level 8 of writing. So he's doing really well with writing. That'll probably end up being his career. So yeah, you guys, that is the fam bam. So as I said in episode 1, we will be moving her to Del Sol Valley. I wanted to do that with you guys because it's kind of like the start of her journey. And I feel like it's a very important part of the storyline. So yeah, we will be moving to Del Sol Valley in episode 1. I hope you guys are okay with me having like an introduction episode or video. This is not even an episode because it just made more sense because like this is like 20 minutes long. Maybe a little shorter when I edit it. I don't know, but it's still like basically the whole length of a Let's Play part. And whenever I do part 1 and I tell you guys about the family, I try to rush myself, which is not good because then I forget stuff, or like I'm rambling about things I don't need to ramble about, and then we get like 2 minutes of gameplay. You know what I mean? This was just better because this I could ramble and we don't have to worry about gameplay. So yeah, look forward to episode 1 coming shortly after this one. It'll be the next video up, and then the Let's Play will officially start. So I hope you guys like the family. I hope you guys are excited. I think I'm just gonna go and create a sim in part 1 because that's gonna take me just like a couple minutes. So I didn't do that in this episode, but I'm just gonna go over their outfits pretty quickly. So I'll do that in episode 1. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited for the Let's Play coming, and I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. And don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from